What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Flippin' Vacations. I'm Mitch.
I'm Faye.
And we are your cruise specialist. I am a travel agent and I specialize in everything cruise related. We started doing travel agent things last year. So we're trying to grow our business and we're trying to give you guys some information on the cruise industry. This year is going to be huge. There's no COVID-19 regulations hardly, and it's just going to be a fun year to get out and enjoy that cruise you've been dying to get on. So today is a port guide video, and we're going to have a series of these videos. And the port we're going to talk about today is
Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Montego Bay, Jamaica. We're going to talk about some excursions that you can do provided to you by Carnival, which is our most sailed ship to date. We're going to talk about some things you can do that's not provided by your ship. And then get into some pros and cons and some of our experience. So let's talk about the port of Montego Bay. It's beautiful. The water is lovely. I'm going to post a picture there of Montego Bay. I'll show you a picture of the port that we took. It is very small. Now there's nothing there but a
six or seven shops.
Yeah, right on the end. But the actual port is just a transfer station for shuttles and taxis. So, a very small port. There's not a lot to do off ship unless you're going to get an excursion or do one of the, pretty much an excursion. Because it's pretty far from anything that you can walk to other than the 5 or 6 shops right there on the end. So, let's talk about my pick list for Carnival's excursions, top 5. And these are some that we picked from talking with other guests and talking with the shore excursion team, and we just wanted to share them with you. So, they're not in any order. So, number 1, rafting on the Martha Bay. It's going to run you about $79.99 per person, and again, the process might change, but I will put on the screen the current comp per person. Now, this is awesome. Called the Land of Wood and Water. It's a unique experience where you can go down the coast, you get on these wooden rafts, and the guy kind of pedals you down the river. It's super, super awesome. There is a weight limit to this excursion.
250.
250. So if you're a bigger guy like myself that's pushing that, that might not be the excursion for you, but for you and your significant other, and you want to see the river and the jungle and have a great time, this would be for you. They do a shopping stop where you can buy your, it's in Main Street where they have the Blue Mountain coffee and the rums and souvenir and stuff like that. So the jerk chicken and things like that you can stop for about an hour in between you leaving and going there and coming back. So I would probably recommend that one for a fun time. That's probably our number 1 pick for most people.
There was a lot of people that did that on our ship and that enjoyed it.
So, number 2, catamaran sail and snorkel. Now, I know a lot of you have probably done this one in Cozumel. This one is a little bit different. It is just the sail and snorkel. There's no beach. There's no like VIP deluxe or anything like this. You're just going out. I do think they give you drinks, and then you snorkel, and then you come back. So it's quick. I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour excursion. I'm going to post the comp up around $79.99 per person. We've done the one in Cozumel, and we'll talk about that in our Cozumel port guide video. So check that out and watch that if you want to know about the deluxe catamaran adventure. So the third on my list is the Grand Palladium all-inclusive resort. Now, Montego Bay has beautiful resorts, And this one runs about $114.99 per person. And it's all you can eat and drink, and it's absolutely beautiful. It is offered by the ship, so they will get you there and get you back. They have a children's play area, children's things to play on. I mean, it's fun for the whole family. Aerobics, volleyball, they have everything there. Mm-hmm. If you want a beach day, an all-inclusive where you can just relax and eat and drink and be merry, I would check Grand Palladium, or Palladium, however you say that. Let me know in the comments below. And I got two more. So the fourth one on my list is Good Hope Family Adventure Water Park. This is another one for the family. It runs about $79.99 per person. And they have like a waterfall pool where it starts at the top, goes to another pool, goes to another pool. They do offer river tubing, which is not the raft, but you're on the float river. Mm-hmm. You can do that there.
Yes.
And they have like a little museum and some outdoor activities, a zip line. And it's really just a place for you to go with your kids and have a fun day. Swimming, and they have like little pavilions you can jump off into the water on the sides of the pools as you go down. So they have a gift shop, and yeah, it's a wonderful day spent in nature and history. So the last thing is Jungle River Tubing, which they connect you on these little round floats. I'll show you in the description some pictures, and you just go down the river with the guide. The weight limit's a lot higher on that one. I think it's $350.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Somewhere around $320 or $350 to do this one. And so yeah, if you wanted to do a river tubing and you couldn't do Martha Bay, this is another good option to get out and do that one. So haven't done any of these, but they come highly recommended of things to do in Montego Bay. So I know you're asking, Mitch and Faith, what did you do when you went to Montego Bay? Well, that's what we're going to get to. We're talking about excursions not included by Carnival.
Right.
I would recommend these to somebody that's been there before and knows what to expect. So we're going to talk about Hot Spot Shuttle. You love the Hot Spot Shuttle. Well, we had an experience with the Hot Spot Shuttle. So it's called the Hop On Hop Off bus. It's $15 to $20 per person, and they'll take you anywhere you want to go. Now keep in mind, they will drop you off and come back and get you, but where they drop you off at is questionable. And also, how do you say it? So they offer you a tour. When you get on the Hotspot bus, they'll say, hey, for $25 per person, we'll take you to all these places and around the island and stay with you the whole time, like a guided tour, and bring you back. Do that. That's a great idea. They'll take care of you. The person on the bus will stay with you. She'll keep the hecklers and the panhandlers and things kind of away from you, and you'll have a great time. What we did was not that. So at first we wanted to go downtown to do the shopping. They told us that was not a good idea unless you were have been there and know what to expect. There's a lot of street, they're very pushy, very aggressive, way more aggressive than Cozumel is. They'll put stuff on your wrist and put stuff on your neck, and they'll just kind of swarm you. And that's what happened to us. We got off at Margaritaville, and we were just going to walk the street, have a good time, and we were just bombarded. And so my wife was not into that. She did not feel comfortable. So we ended up spending the whole day in Margaritaville. So let's talk about Margaritaville.
And the food was good, and I had a good time. I mean, it wasn't boring, not by any means. They have music and stuff, and they have a little water slide that you can take.
Little water slide?
Yeah, it's a little water slide.
Big water slide.
The drop off was big.
Yeah, the drop off was like 15 feet. Like, the drop off is here, and like the water is here. And these guys were shooting out of there, and these kids like a cannon. And like you could see them like there were seconds in between them coming out of the slide and hitting the water.
But they also had like some bouncy water toys and stuff that you can climb on and stuff. So I mean, it was fun. It was a good day. And the lady told us that she would come back and pick us up, and she did. Now there was people that was on our bus that decided to walk down there, and she said all they had to do was say no, and they didn't push them. So I mean, it's just however you feel comfortable walking by yourself.
Yeah, they're really, really pushy. They offer you marijuana and stuff like that. You know, typical street side hustling, you know. But Margaritaville, I'd say the atmosphere was great. They had a DJ. The staff was fun. They played games. I mean, we waited there for like 4 hours until the bus came back.
And we had a good time, though.
We ordered food. You can order like their refillable cups. And once you buy the cup, it's like, what, $10 to fill it up?
Yeah, $5-10 to fill it up.
And that's pretty cheap for tourist drinks, you know, like their margaritas and things like that.
Yeah, because I have the cup in the cabinet. So, I mean.
Yeah. So we bought some shirts, and what did we spend? $150?
Yeah, something like that, because the food and stuff was like 80, you know. Yeah. So
food's rather on the expensive side. It was good. Have no complaints about the food.
The portions were big, so we shared it. So it was enough to fill us up, you know. And
it was like COVID time, so that the menu, they were out of some stuff. But overall, like, it was great. The views are breathtaking there. And as we're talking, you're going to see pictures of us at Margaritaville in Montego Bay. The bus came back and got us, and we got back on the ship.
Because you can literally see the ship from Margaritaville, so you're not that far away from it.
Yeah, her nerves were so undone at the beginning. I thought she was going to swim back to the ship. So, but we had a great time. I would recommend, if you're going to do Montego Bay, do an excursion through the ship. You can do a license. You can do a taxi from $6 to $25 per person, and they'll take you to spots. But if you're just going to like free roam downtown and stuff, I really wouldn't recommend it unless you have a guide or you're doing an excursion with some experienced people. Because it is kind of a rough.
Because our driver said that it gets so crowded around 3 o'clock because school lets out that it's hard to get back to the ship on time. So you have to keep that in mind. And it
didn't seem to be busy until we got going back to the ship, and it was really bad
because school was getting out.
And then again, the side hustle and the panhandlers and the kind of like the vendor people that walk around and try to sell you stuff. Like for me, it was a little over excessive, where it makes you uncomfortable. Now that was just my first take on it, because I've been to Cozumel and I've been to some of these other places, and it seemed to be a little bit more pushier in Montego Bay, and that's just my unbiased opinion. So beautiful place. Do an excursion.
The water's just beautiful. Itself, so
it's worth doing like an all-inclusive there, or a guided tour, something like that. It would be simply amazing, especially going maybe to the jungle or something like that. But as far as like free roaming and being frugal, probably not the best place that I would choose. One, the port's really far away from everything, and it's just I just didn't feel it, you know, as far as what I would tell you to go out and have fun and walk around. And it's not the port. If you've been to
Cozumel and you have expectations for it to be like Cozumel,
it's not.
It's not like Cozumel.
It's not like the Cayman Islands. It's not like anything else. It's its own little area, and so it's completely different, because we went to the Cayman Islands right after that, and that's going to be in our next video, our next port guide, Georgetown, and it's a completely different environment. So probably wouldn't get off the ship unless I'm doing an excursion next time, and that's just my opinion. it is a beautiful area. So, would I go back to Montego Bay? I would, and if I go back, I'm definitely going to be doing
a beach or something
a
like
beach
that.
or Good Hope Family Park or something, or maybe even the hop on hop off bus and doing the $25 tour, because that's really a good deal, especially if it's just you and your partner for $50 and you get a nice tour.
Because they take you wherever
area.
you want to go. Like, they will take you to restaurants and stuff, so you're not limited to certain things. You can do whatever you...
Yeah, they asked us, hey, what do you want to do? They're like, shopping, food, and a beach. All right, $25, let's go. And we'll get you back on time. Yeah. So just heads up, because when you get on the bus and think you're gonna go somewhere, they're gonna try to shoot you down. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this port guide. I appreciate all the likes. Hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button for us. We got some more port guide videos coming out. We're gonna have the Grand Caymans. We're gonna have Cozumel. We're doing Costa Maya, Progreso. And then we're going to have some others, because we got a cruise coming up this week. And we'll have port guide videos for that as well. So watch the channel. Watch our previous videos on some of these excursions that we've done.
We've done some fun ones.
We've done some fun ones. And comment, like, and share. And until next time, we'll see you.